Hello, Bacon. How are you doing? Valentine's Day is coming. The days are getting longer. The birds are chirping. I'm getting happier. You getting happier? We're still in the panini, but I want a Valentine's Day dress to wear at home because I'm a princess and I want it. We can still wear nice things, right? Just a test with the new color effect to see if maybe I'm not too orange, but I think I'm too orange. This dress is going to be very... How to put it? Gay? Am I allowed to say that? I mean that in a very like, happy, flowy, ooh, cute... I have 400 pieces of plastic flowers to be glued on top of that. I hope it's enough. And these are the plans. For the back I want this and then something to tie on the waist so it will form kind of a heart here. The front will be a little bit of a high neck with a gather here if it works. I don't know. Or maybe a scalloped v-neck. I didn't decide it yet. Let's start the back. I can find my ruler. I plan on removing this part completely. I shaved the back already. This will come here from the side seam. I needed to form a heart on the back. This is the part that will come for the tie on the back. This will be gathered. This won't, is just so that I have this line over here to form the heart. Totally easy to understand. I just need to lower this part a little bit so it's not digging into my neck. 2 centimeters here. This is the back panel. Easy as that. So I'm gonna put loops and buttons here without having to actually sew buttonholes. No overlapping, no buttonholes. I refuse. And here we have a heart. Oh. And the front. I will move everything to the high figure point first. Everything to the high figure point. I want to dump all the things to the armhole dart. Makes sense, makes sense. In my mind, it does. Now we have a huge armhole dart. I want the bulk of the dart to go down. This is my new dart. 2 centimeters here. And I will blend to 0. What I thought is not going to work as I'm using this dart and I want to keep it. So instead of gather neckline I was planning, I guess I'm going for the scalloped one. I hope it works. Ta-ta! So these are our pattern pieces. Let's cut some fabric, shall we? One cutting later. For the tying part, I will use the rest of my beautiful, colorful, whatever this is. Whee! Now cut this ugly selvage first. Cut this in the middle. One on each side. There was no thread in the bobbin, so I didn't sew anything. Absolutely nothing. When I tie it on the back, it will form the heart. 2 very fancy back pants. Now, hopefully they will look good. Now to tackle this huge dart here on the side. Because sometimes when I make only one dart on my bodice, my boobs look really, really flat. It's just not very flattering to my curve. 1 dart later, I don't think it's going to be a problem with the curve. Although it is very pointy. I could cut glass with these. Way better. You just need to elongate the dart and make a slight curve when reaching the end point. And then you will solve the problem of the pointy boobs. And it's just like, look at this. Look at my midsection. Yes. Oh my god, it's already noon. A guy just came to the door and asked me if I wanted to take care of my weasel problem. Apparently we have weasels in the garden. He pointed somewhere...
Over there. Can you see it? It's a weasel hole.
Totally there. You can totally see it. I didn't see any. He said, of course, he can take care of my weasel problem. And I told him, I don't need anyone to take care of my weasel problem. Because first we have 1 dog and 2 cats that are on the front garden all the time. There's no way there's a weasel there. And second, if it were to be a weasel, I would be flattered and honored to have a weasel in my garden. Get away from my weasel. The audacity! I finished sewing the lining to the front piece, to the bodice actually. Now I just need to finish the heart part and attach the flower. And then we can proceed to the skirt. But yeah, it was a lot for today. It was really a lot for today.
Can you see?
I just realized I don't have enough fabric, so I'll be right back. 1 and shopping later. The color thing didn't work. I was way too orange, but we can live with that. I need to try something for the skirt design and the details on the bodice. I will first draw with my gel pen, blah blah, for fabric. It is really, really good. I bought a set with 12 black pens, and that will give me enough ink to make the whole skirt and the bodice. Leaves and some watercolor effect painting that will be achieved with liquid dye. I want it to bleed and not be constrained only to the lines. I will dampen the fabric and apply the dye on top of that. I need to be very careful with the drips because they are violent drips. And also a little bit of direct powder. I don't want to touch the powder with my bare fingers. Let's use this nonsense as a spoon. I just let it drip and soak and dry. See you in a few hours.
4 hours later.
The final dried result. Just adding the powder is not the best way to go, otherwise I will have a tie-dye instead of a watercolor effect. I'm not really thrilled about the blending of the colors when I'm doing this. So, I got spray bottles. Maybe I should not be playing with dye with my new hoodie. Dampen the fabric a little spritz. Let's leave this to dry and I'll check back with you in a few hours.
24 seconds later.
No, this is disgusting.
What is happening?
Four skirt panels are cut. I am not adding pockets to this dress because this is a very sheer fabric and you can see the pockets underneath the skirt. But if I were to line the skirt, then I guess I would be able to put some pockets. But I'm not putting pockets. Sew the 4 panels together and start adding leaves. How will this look when I turn it? Ew, that's disgusting. Better, but not 100%. I was checking the flowers and they have this really long plastic piece, and once I place them on the fabric I cannot make them stand straight, so I need to cut them all off.
1 eternity later.
After nipping the butts of all flowers, they started falling apart. I had to remove all the plastic bits, leaving only the flowery flower, and then I can sew it with a little bead in the middle to make them pretty and stay in place. But that only after the paint. In case you didn't know, this dress is being made mostly on Twitch. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays over there, and it's pretty fun. Today I had to wear a hat for the whole stream. I just hope this doesn't look like blood when it's dry. It doesn't help that it's on the back part of the skirt. That was a bad idea. This all because I didn't figure out first what I was trying to do. This is the downside of going with the flow. In the end, you have red stains on the back of your white skirt. The joys of being a wombat. Oh my god. Now we have all of the stains and I have to wait for this to dry so I can press it and see what will happen. So many surprises with the things I make. It's insane. So it's all dry now. I really like how it turned out. It's not as strong as I thought it would be, which is great, especially for the red parts. Now I can move on to installing the zipper and then making the final piece of painting and drawing, so I can start then sewing 400 flowers on top of it over the weekend.
12 seconds later.
Yuck, that looks very weird. I hope it looks better with the flowers. Now at least I have something to do on the weekend. I will not be bored for sure.
Ew. Ew. Because you loco.
12 hours later.
Thanks. I hate it. It's so boring. It is so freaking boring and sad. Oh, I don't even know how to start. I'm outrageous and I love outrageous things. So let's make it outrageous. I have consulted the Bacon Oracle and you Bacons help me decide. More leaves, more flowers, more work. Let's do this. Let's make this dress pretty because I hate it.
Another eternity later.
Now that we have the leaves everywhere, I think I find it way better than before. I didn't press the dress because I didn't feel like it. I should have though, because it's kind of wrinkly. Do we have a heart on the back? I cannot see it. I would just be able to see this once I edit the video. It's a very cute and romantic look, I think. Maybe a little too springy for Valentine's Day. Oh no. It's a spring dress, I decided. The skirt is huge. I love it. I just love circle skirts. They're so fancy. I find it's a little bit naked here on this part. It's because I really like when there's something on my waist. Ooh, this is interesting. I think I still have the heart on the back and now there's something on my waist and I feel more comfortable with that. Which one do you prefer? Can I make a bow? I don't know how to make bows that will stay pretty. Why are my bows always like this? My bows are always the wrong way up. There, I figured it out. I'm making bows the wrong way my whole life. And now a quick shout out to all my beautiful Patreons. Just between you and me, do you have a Valentine? What do you think of the dress? I am definitely forcing Steve to wear something pretty so we can have a nice candlelight dinner at home for sure. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed these shenanigans, and check the one downstairs because I think you're going to like it.